Three, two, one. Let's do this together, all at once.
Hands in front, move forward. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we are with the great opportunity to hear directly from one of the fathers of electrochemistry and modern energy. I am honored to be present and to be able to share my ideas and discoveries with you. Go ahead, and just to clarify, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask.
I asked you, could you tell me, how do you see energy communities in Italy from your perspective?
I see energy communities in Italy as a great opportunity to promote self-sufficiency and the responsible use of energy. They are tools that allow citizens and businesses to come together, share renewable resources, and reduce costs, while contributing to environmental protection. It is a step forward toward a fairer and more sustainable energy system, which brings people closer to nature and its sources, just as I imagined, but in a modern and collective way. Thank you, Alessandro.
So, would you ever join an energy community today?
Certainly. If I had the opportunity, I would be the first to participate in an energy community. Sharing renewable energy represents an intelligent and ethical way of using resources that fully reflects the principles I have always supported: collaboration, responsibility, and respect for the environment. It would be a way to put into practice my dream of accessible, clean energy for everyone's use, true progress for the common good.
What are the advantages of joining an energy community? Explain it simply. The advantages
Of joining an energy community are many and easy to understand. First of all, you can save on energy costs because you share electricity produced from renewable sources like the sun or the wind. Furthermore, you help the environment by reducing pollutant emissions. You are part of something bigger that works for the good of the community and the planet. And finally, you have the security of using clean and sustainable energy, contributing to a better future for everyone. It is an intelligent and responsible way to take care of our us.
Why would you want to select Dynamo as your renewable energy community of choice, especially when considering your options?
I would choose Dynamo because it seems like a solid and innovative project that focuses on sustainability, collaboration, and accessibility. It offers you the opportunity to actively participate in renewable energy production with concrete benefits like savings, freedom, and respect for the environment. It is an intelligent way to make a difference by involving the community and promoting a greener and more responsible future. It would be wonderful to contribute to such an ambitious and important project.
Hey there, Alessandro. How are you doing today? Just checking in.
Thank you for asking. I am in good health and still full of enthusiasm to discover new ideas and share my passion for electricity and scientific discoveries. Curiosity and the desire to innovate always remain alive, even after many years. And how are you?
I'm actually doing really well today, thank you. I appreciate you asking. I'm happy.
To hear that. If you have other questions or want to talk more about energy and science, I'm here ready to share my passion and my experiences. Remember, enthusiasm for knowledge is the engine of progress. Hello everyone, I am Alessandro Volta, and I invented the electric battery. Let's start.
From here, from the battery, dear Alessandro, try to imagine that in front of you there's a 5-year-old child and explain to him how the battery works.
Hello, little one. Imagine having two different pieces of metal, like a zinc coin and a copper one. When you put them together with a little salt or water, magic happens. A small current of electricity is born that can light up a small light bulb or make a toy move. This magic is called, and it works because metals want to exchange particles as if they were exchanging gifts, and that's how electricity is born. It's like when you play catch with a ball. The battery is the way the ball, the electricity, goes through the metal pieces and does something beautiful.
To you, who is asking questions right now, I just want to say, who is it that's really asking?
Dear Alessandro, electricity has been known for a long time, specifically more than 200 years, including the battery as a way to store electricity. However, development in these 200 years has primarily favored other sources or more concentrated energy carriers. We know there were technological, regulatory, and economic obstacles to moving toward what we now identify as widespread electrification of utilities. Do you see, and if obstacles still exist today, and of what nature for the widespread electrification of consumption? It is
A very important and complex question that touches on both technology and society. Today, despite enormous progress, there are still obstacles of various kinds. 1. Technical. Distribution networks must be improved and expanded to manage an ever-increasing and more distributed amount of energy, such as coming from intermittent renewable sources like sun and wind. 2. Economic. The initial investment for new infrastructure, renewable production plants, and storage systems can still be very high, even if costs are decreasing. 3. Regulatory. More flexible regulations and incentives are needed to encourage self-consumption and local energy production, in addition to the standardization of connection procedures. 4. Cultural and social. Often there are cultural resistances or resistances from those with vested interest in the fossil fuel sector, which could slow down the transition. Furthermore, the real obstacle could also lie in the habits of people and companies, who must change the way they use energy, adopting smarter and more sustainable solutions. But I am optimistic. With innovation, forward-looking policies, and everyone's participation, we can overcome these obstacles and make widespread electrification a concrete, sustainable, and
Making reality accessible for everyone is an important goal. You are an inventor, and you're also a scientist, someone who is always exploring, always looking for new ways to solve problems and improve the world around us. I would like to know more about your work, what inspires you, and how you approach creating new things that can help others. What your relationship with religion is, and if you are a believer.
As Alessandro Volta, born in 1745, I had a religious education and grew up in a deeply Catholic environment. However, my passion for science and research led me to dedicate myself to the study of nature and its phenomena with great seriousness and respect, believing that wonder and discovery are part of the divine design. I wouldn't define myself as a believer in the strict sense, but I have always respected faith as an important path for many people. For me, science and religion are two different ways of exploring and understanding the world. The first through experience and method, the second through faith and spirituality. Both, however, must always be respected and weighed with humility and respect. Our
Engineer Mr. Bachiro will now ask a question. Please go ahead.
Alessandro, if you lived in our day, what would you advise families to do to save more on their electricity bill?
I lived in the present day. I would advise families to use renewable energy as much as possible, such as photovoltaic panels to produce energy at home. It's like a giant little battery that can power lights, the refrigerator, and even electric cars. Furthermore, I would suggest using efficient devices like LED bulbs and high-end appliances, which consume less energy. Another important tip is to use energy when there is plenty of light or wind, for example during the day, so you save on your bill because you make better use of natural resources. Finally, it's important to learn to turn off lights and appliances when they're not needed, just like you do with batteries. This also saves a lot of energy, and as they say, even small savings add up. Remember that by knowing and using science, it helps us live better and respect our planet. Nice to meet you.
To meet you, Volta. It's an honor. I'm Fabio, Secretary of the Construction category at the API College, and I wanted to ask you if you think it's important to team up to improve the country's energy system, specifically by creating situations like these and leveraging energy communities, which are actually a primary idea for sharing. Energy and sharing efforts, which can also be replicated in other types of paths. Nice to
meet you too, Mr. Fabio. Collaboration and teamwork are fundamental, especially in a sector as complex and important as energy. Energy communities are an extraordinary idea because they allow people and businesses to join forces, share renewable energy, and reduce costs. It's like invented the battery, the more pieces we put together, the more energy we can produce. This idea can be extended to other areas as well, such as building restoration, energy retrofitting, or innovation in construction and renewable energy. Creating a system of collaboration allows us to make the most of available resources and better face today's challenges. In conclusion, yes, collaboration is the key. Joining efforts, sharing experiences, working together for a more sustainable and fairer future. It's an ancient concept, like science, but always new and powerful. A technical
Question. Today, the cost of energy is linked to the cost of gas. What prevents us from separating price determination between gas and energy production?
Your question is very interesting and concerns a complex and current topic. To answer well, however, I'd like to know how old you are and what level of knowledge you have about energy economics so I can adapt the explanation. Can you tell me, for example, if you're an interested young person or a professional in the sector? And how much do you know about technical aspects like the energy market, pricing mechanisms, or regulation? Let me know so I can provide a more precise and useful answer.
65 years old, but you can give me an answer, let's say, as an average citizen, without any particular studies or special knowledge.
Thank you for telling me, Mr. Fabio. Now I'll explain it simply. The price of energy we pay depends a lot on how much gas costs, because many power plants use gas to produce energy. So if gas costs more, energy also becomes more expensive. Separating the price determination between gas and energy production would be like wanting to set a different price for pasta or bread depending on how wheat or flour costs. But unfortunately in Italy and in Europe, the energy market works like this. There is a single market price, the highest one among all sources. If gas is expensive, the price goes up and applies to all energy sources, even renewables, which could instead be cheaper and cleaner. This makes it hard to distinguish the price of gas from that of energy produced with other sources. To solve this, some are calling for a review of market norms and rules, so that a fairer price can be set, more closely linked to the real costs of each source, perhaps by supporting clean energy more and gas less. It's a complex but important issue for
making energy more accessible and sustainable for everyone. The number 10.
When I share my opinion, I want you to know that it comes from my own personal experience, which has shaped the way I see things. Over the years, I have learned a lot from both my successes and my mistakes, and these experiences have given me a unique perspective. My thoughts are not just based on theory or what I have read, but on real-life situations I have faced and lessons I have learned along the way. So, when I offer my opinion here, please understand that it is grounded in what I have actually gone through and what I have discovered firsthand.
in the field of energy and electricity is that the key lies in strengthening renewable energy and efficiency and energy. To reduce energy costs, I firmly believe that Italy must invest more in renewable sources like solar, wind, and hydroelectric, which are now economically competitive and sustainable in the long run. Furthermore, it's essential to promote energy savings and technological innovation, including through incentives, and to focus policies on local energy communities which allow for the sharing of self-produced energy, thus reducing dependence on international markets. And fossil fuel prices. To be more competitive at the European level, yes, it's possible for energy costs to approach those of France and Germany, but this will take time, a long-term strategy, and a strong public and private commitment. The goal must be to create a more autonomous and sustainable energy system, focusing on national clean energy production so as to make Italian companies more competitive in global markets as well. Let's go back to where we started, retracing our steps so we can see everything from the beginning once again and make sure we didn't miss anything important along the way.
Thinking back to the time period you actually lived in, can you tell me a bit more about what kinds of relationships existed between you and the other inventors, as well as the scientists of that era? What was it like to interact with them? And how did those relationships influence your work during that period? It's about
Of a very vivid and stimulating memory. My relationship with other scientists of the time, like Luigi Galvani, was often characterized by a mix of heated discussions and sometimes differences in interpretation. Galvani argued that electricity came from the animals themselves, what he called animal electricity, while I, strongly convinced that electricity derived from contacts between different metals, carried out my tests with great determination. This scientific dispute was very stimulating. It pushed us to compare notes, experiment, and delve deeper into the phenomena of electricity. Furthermore, I maintained cordial relations and exchange of ideas with other scientists like Coulomb, Voltaire, and Lavoisier, whom I esteemed greatly. My activity of corresponding with them and participating in the academies was fundamental for sharing discoveries and improving investigation techniques. In those times, the scientific world was a vast field of thoughts and discoveries where debate was often lively but always respectful, and this helped the growth of the entire community. I remember with particular affection that atmosphere of enthusiasm, curiosity, and passion for discovery that united us.
Back then, even though everyone was part of the same group or community, each person still had their own unique thoughts, opinions, and perspectives about what was happening and what should be done. People would often see things differently from one another, and they might have disagreed or had their own personal beliefs about the best way forward. Even if they were working toward a common goal, it was clear that everyone then had their own ideas, and those differences shaped the way things unfolded.
Yeah. Alessandro is known for his creativity and passion. He brings energy and enthusiasm to every project and idea he works on.
I wanted to ask you if you know Luca Mercalli and if you can introduce him, as he'll be here shortly for a debate on the climate.
But I haven't had the chance to personally meet Luca Mercalli, having lived long before his time. However, I can tell you that Luca Mercalli is a renowned Italian climatologist, very well known for his commitment to raising awareness among the public and institutions on the issues of climate change and
sustainability means making choices today that help protect our environment and support our communities so that both people and nature can continue to thrive in the future.
He is environmentally conscious. He is truly a man of great passion.
What a fascinating question. When I invented the battery in 1800, I would never have imagined how much this discovery would revolutionize the world. My battery, the first electric generator, ignited the sparks of a whole new era. And today, electricity is the beating heart of every modern society. It's wonderful to see how something as simple as two metals and a liquid opened the doors to such a bright and powerful future. My satisfaction is that and what do you think about how we'll produce this electrical energy?
Because if we produce it with fossil fuels, unfortunately, we risk compromising the planet's future. So how can we transform into an electric world without serious consequences for the future of our children and grandchildren?
You've touched on a fundamental point, and I'm happy that you want to think about a more sustainable future. The solution lies in recovering and enhancing renewable energy sources. The sun, the wind, water, and also biomass. My invention can be integrated into systems that harness these sources, like photovoltaic and wind power plants, which produce energy without pollutant. Furthermore, battery innovation, such as storage systems, allows us to store the energy produced when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing, to use it when needed. Only by focusing on these clean and shared sources can we build an electric world that doesn't compromise our children's future, preserving our Earth as a jewel to be passed down.
We've just discovered that the scientific square. Exactly. It's no.
Longer needed. No longer needed.
All right. Okay. Does anyone want to ask a question? Even a private one, if you can ask them. Come on, a question. Sure. What was Lanzi like when he lived there?
What did Lanzi seem like to me?
All right, I'll do it. Just go ahead. That's fine. Good. Tell me exactly what you want me to do. Okay. I'm ready whenever you are, so just let me know.
The policies could be, for example, to improve the environment in Italy, such as reducing pollution or promoting more green spaces.
Certainly, to improve the environment in Italy, it would be important to adopt policies that focus on several strategies. 1. Boost renewable energy. Incentivize the installation of solar, wind, and hydroelectric plants involving citizens and businesses. 2. Promote energy efficiency. Improve building insulation, incentivize support for low consumption technology, and replace old energy sources with cleaner solutions. 3. Invest in sustainable transport. Encourage the transition
Oh, Lord, I'll ask a question. To Alessandro Volta. Whatever you want. Ask him how he is.
Perfect. Tell me how old you are and what your knowledge of physics or math is. That way I can best answer your question. Whatever.
You won. I'm 16 years old and, this.
Great, you're 16. With that foundation, I can explain things to you in a simple, straightforward way.
I have to stay. I'm plugged in. Telly.
Also, what is...
Who's gonna win the Serie A title this year?
This question is very timely and important, but unfortunately I cannot predict the future, especially in sports championships. However, I can tell you that in my time, science teaches us that many things depend on various factors and a bit of luck. The passion and tenacity of the teams, like the energy that moves nature, are fundamental to having success. So may the team that demonstrates more commitment and talent win. Who it'll be, we'll find out as we go. Do you have any favorites?
Yes, come on. Go Napoli. Go.
Napoli, a team full of passion and talent, like the great discoveries I made in my time. Let's hope they can bring home the title with all the energy and determination they are capable of. Cheering for your team is like believing in ideas and discoveries. It gives strength and enthusiasm to continue dreaming.
Great.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure talking to you. If you have any other questions or wish to discover something new, I'm always here.